The Falcons outlast the Seahawks 34-31. Atlanta improves to 6-4. Seattle drops to 6-4. Matt Ryan, solid performance. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 195 yards through the air. The Seattle Seahawks actually had a chance to tie this ball game. Blair Walsh attempted a 52-yarder. It was online, but only went about 51 yards, Dylan.
It's not going to get it done.
Came up about 1 yard short. What's your take on the finish, what we saw from the Falcons, and also what we saw from Russell Wilson, at least keeping his team in it and giving him a chance to tie this contest?
You know, the Falcons tried to Falcons this one up a little bit. They allowed Seattle to come back in the game late. I thought Matt Ryan played very well. This is still, even without the Legion of Boom, a very hostile place to go, not an easy defense to try to cut through for 4 full quarters, but they got just enough going. And I thought without Freeman in this game behind him, I thought they did just enough. Now, you got to give Russell Wilson an insane amount of credit. The dude really is just on another level. There is no team that asks more of one player in the National Football League than Seattle asks Russell Wilson. But he puts this team on his back. Yep. He valiantly brought the team back, tried to come back and pull the team to victory. Seattle, when you look at the total yards in this game, they far outgained the Falcons. But they did have 2 turnovers to the Falcons, 1 turnover, and there just wasn't enough late. You know, I thought if they could have gotten Blair Walsh about 10 more yards down, now it's easy for me to say now.
And it seems like Pete Carroll was contemplating running another play, right?
And they had no timeouts, 7 seconds left, and they lined up for an offensive play for either a quick 5-yard out or something at the end zone quick, something to either make it life a little easier for Blair Walsh or take a shot at the end zone. And we now know why, because, you know,
need to get closer.
If 52 just was a little out of his range.
But they said, though, his career long is like 56 or so.
He's had several kicks over 50 yards in his career, but
not this
that's
year.
his career. So far this year, we saw him miss 3 field goals against Arizona. This is, it was just a little out of his range. And, you know, it always kind of felt like the Seattle Seahawks were just like desperately floundering to get back in this game. They were never quite in control of the game. And that's part of, you know, what we see week after week with Russell Wilson running for his life, having to make miraculous plays. This is another game where he runs for over 80 yards and several different times on 3rd down, scrambling for 1st downs by the skin of his teeth. I'm so impressed with Russell Wilson, but this Falcons team is starting to get back on track. They've now flip-flopped with the Seahawks for that last wild card spot in the NFC, and I don't think they're giving it up. I think they're going to get one of those wild card spots. I don't know if they're going to catch the Saints in the South, but I think they are playoff bound, and today was a big step forward towards that goal for the ATL.
Falcons led from start to finish, improving their record to 6-4, and they still have 2 games remaining against the Saints. Haven't played the Saints at all.
Good.
So they certainly are still in the mix to win that NFC